Welcome to Mardi Crawl 2018 for 211 Community Connect. We so appreciate you taking the time to help us out with this really fun event. It sells out every year. This is our 7th year doing it, and we're just grateful that you're considering helping us out. So in the video, I'm going to walk you through a link that you'll always want to reference. This is where we're going to post updates and where all the resources for the event will be, and I think you'll find it a great help. All you have to remember is connectriverside.org/central. This is where you're going to find what to do as a king and queen, how to spread the word, set up your campaign, get downloads, your personalized king or queen link, your Facebook banner, a general sponsorship letter if you're going to go after the big votes. And I'm going to go through all this, but this is a really important link to remember. It's also got all the contacts that you need for the organization and the board. If you have questions or if people that you're talking to ask you something you just don't know, you can engage us. So let's walk through this really fast. What to do as a king and queen? Well, you've got all the way up until 8 p.m. on April 27th to raise votes. And to raise votes, it's just money. $1 is one vote. And there's basically 3 different ways to get votes. You can send people to your giving page and they can give $1 for one vote. So if they give $30, that's 30 votes. They're not attending the live event. So the live event is April 27th, but some people want to give votes, but they don't want to attend the Mardi Crawl, which is fine. I will show you what that looks like in a little bit. They can buy tickets to the event and they can credit your name, and I'll go through that when we get to this website. Or you can get sponsors. So we have sponsorships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Obviously, that's a much faster way to get votes, and so I'll go over all that in just a second. So those are the 3 different ways to get votes. Whenever possible, we want them to do it online. That makes sure we're counting heads. We have recordings of it, and you're not walking around with checks and cash, which we definitely don't want to. We don't want to be a stress or a burden having them do it online. But if absolutely they force you to write a check, you'll also find our mailing address on this link, the central link, our 501c3 EIN number, and you'll also find the sponsorship form here. So while we're here, let me just open this up real quick and I'll show you the different links and how this works, because if you all do end up getting a sponsor, we want to make sure that we give you credit. So on the sponsorship form, of course, it's got the number of community connects, our taxpayer ID, and these are the different levels of sponsorships and what is included. So at the higher levels, they come with an entire personalized group for Mardi Crawl, or if it's a smaller group, they get a certain number of tickets. But this is what's really important, is that you want them to mark off who should get the credit. So make sure they fill this out and they can email in or fax it in, and all that information is on the form. We're trying to make it super easy. And then we've got this generic flyer right here that you could also download and pass on. But that's the form for sponsorship. So spreading the word, it is very personalized. You can do whatever you want. We have people create a little campaign, create a website, they create a Facebook page. It's completely up to you. Some people make it really fun. Some people want it to be more corporate focused, so a little more serious. We don't want to squelch your creativity, so do whatever you want to do. Right on this page is where you're going to find the downloadable resources. So we basically created all the King and Queen candidates their own little Facebook page, to where it's got all the information on the event and your little direct link for voting. So let me show you what that looks like. Kelly, I'm going to pick on you because you're first on the list. But if you click on your bit.ly link, so it's just Kelly for Queen, Shannon for Queen, Jeff for King, it sends them to this page where it basically tells, the giver, here's my picture, this is, I need dollars by this date. You can either give us dollars and just vote for me, which literally all they do is they raise the number of votes, add it to cart, and it processes them through PayPal. Or let me show you, if they decide they want to attend the event and add other votes, maybe they're wanting to vote for several people, it says join. So under join, they would click here. And this is connectriverside.org/crawl. This is how to get directly to this page without having to navigate the website. But this is where they're going to be able to buy tickets to the actual event. So all they would do is they would say, okay, I want 2 tickets, and I want Kelly to get the credit for the ticket, and they add it to cart. And when they check out, Kelly, you just got 60 votes. You'll also note under related products. Unfortunately, it's a template we can't change, so you guys are all products. But you get at the same time also add different votes all at one time. So you can add 5 votes for Shannon, 6 for Jeffrey. And then, like, when you hit the view cart, everything that I just put in there, oops, I forgot to add to cart. Add to cart those tickets. And then when you view the cart, all these things are there. And when they check out, would be at PayPal. That's it. It's pretty easy, right? Let's go back to the central and go through a few things about ticketing. We don't have physical tickets to the event, so when they order online, they're going to get an email receipt that serves as their ticket. They can print it out and bring it with them. Otherwise, they're just on the list. But we don't send out tickets, and we're not going to give you physical tickets to sell. We just want to make this super easy and fun, and this has worked really well the last few years. When people are registering, it's really important. If you have a group of, say, 10 people that you want to come with, you have to register at the same time. Registration starts at 5 o'clock the day of the event. Make sure you guys all register at the same time, because we sell out, and at 360 people, it's just impossible to coordinate that and to get people in the groups that they want to get into if they arrive at different times. So it's just really important to know, because we want you to have a good experience and to set expectations for the people who are attending. You might not know who we are, so let me touch on that really quick. I think our most forward-facing brand at 211 Community Connect is actually the call line 211, and it's for all of Riverside County. Think of it as the 411 for health and human services, and basically need. So anyone in the county can dial 211, and they're connected to an operator 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that caller can give the caller beat them up with resources closest to them. So if somebody calls that's, just got evicted from their property in Hemet, and they're homeless and they need shelter and food, one call can actually give them a host of resources instead of that person under distress trying to figure out all those resources and what to search online and things like that. It's really unusual and really, really neat. What's also cool about it, the thousands of calls that we take every month, we end up collecting the data on demographics, where they're calling from, why they're calling, and it ends up in a report. And on this page, don't miss it, it says check out our 2017 report. This is the county report we put together, but basically what it shows you is the different the charts, like what city receives the most phone calls by population, who uses the call line the most, what are the top 10 most referenced resources when we're giving out referrals for the entire county, call satisfaction, what the needs are, so housing, food, utility assistance, legal. It's pretty cool, and we can even break it down by city, but this is what we're most known for as 211. We also host the helpline, so this is the suicide crisis line. If people who are thinking about hurting themselves call, we've got trained volunteers and staff that can walk them through that and help them reduce some stress. We have the alternative sentencing program. That's for court mandated service hours. They coordinate with us, and we keep track of it and make sure that it's documented correctly, so they can meet their court required volunteer hours. And finally, the transportation access program. We help provide bus tickets to a host of nonprofits and other agencies that service low-income individuals. And this is where our VetLink program really comes in, helping veterans. We have a veteran specialist as part of our 211 staff. So if you know of a veteran that needs help, they can call and talk to somebody that specializes in what they're looking for. So that's how that works. So let's talk a little bit about Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras itself is just a Mardi Gras themed pub crawl. That's it. 12 bars participate, and when you're assigned a group, you are assigned to a route, and there are 3 routes with 4 bars each. It might sound a little bit confusing, but that evening you're going to be in a route, and you'll be visiting 4 bars, and each one will last about 25 minutes. You're going to be led around by a musician that is playing songs, Mardi Gras themed songs, and making sure you get to the next stop safely. We all meet at Loft 84 downtown. Registration starts at 5. We're asking that when you talk to people, tell them to be there no later than 6 o'clock. We officially start going on our routes at 6:30, but we'll probably start somewhere around 6:20 for just general announcements, be safe, all that kind of good stuff. With that, I'm going to try to keep this short. It's almost 10 minutes and we've gone through everything. At the very bottom of this page, you're going to see key contacts. I'm Aaron Norris. This is my cell phone. You can text me, email me, call me, whatever you need. If you need flyers, if you have marketing questions, you need some sponsorship help, the run of the event, or just if you just need a friend to talk to. Rolanda Hardy is helping us with the event. If you have somebody that has questions about tickets, you can email her preferably, or give her a call. Marie Davis is the CEO. If you're trying to go after a larger sponsor and you need to engage her, please feel free. And with that, I just really appreciate your time and helping us out. And if you need anything else, please let me know.